Hey, I wanted to show you guys a way of, well, the way I use SketchUp to do my quotes for roofs. I don't usually use it on like gable-to-gable applications, but for roofs that are a little more complicated, it really helps me check my work and make sure that I have the right square footage. So, just go ahead and show you guys how we do it. Start off with a rectangle, and my footprint of the house is 27 by 30, so I just type it in 27 by 30. Oops. 27 feet by 30 feet, and that gives me the outline there. And I actually have an addition that comes off the side here. It comes out 10 feet, and it's 12 feet wide. So I'm going to make this 12 feet, erase that. So here's the footprint of my building. And then all I had to do was climb up on the ladder and just check the pitch. So it made it really easy to estimate this thing. So I know it's 712. So what I do is I come over 12 inches on the line here, go up 7 inches, connect that, run all the way up here. Again, I'll draw a line here, 12 inches, come up 7 inches, back to the corner, all the way up to the peak where it intersects. Erase these two tick marks, pull it across. Now this is a hip roof, so I need the center measurement here, which is 13 foot 6. I need to make it 13 foot 6 up here, and basically just connect the dots. Again, off this peak here, 13 foot 6. We'll connect the dots. And then all I have to do is erase these 3 lines here. Reverse these faces just so it looks good. Same with this one. Go 12 inches over, 7-inch rise. Hook onto there, 12 inches over, 7-inch rise up. Oops. Connect the dots. I know a lot of shortcuts for this, so it will go a little faster for me. I'm going to extend this face back to here, so we have that, and same deal, I do the tape measure to center mark at 6 feet, so I just have to measure back 6 feet and draw my hips, trace those 3 lines, reverse this face, and delete that tape measure mark. And what was interesting on this roof, and it kind of threw me off a little bit, they put a 612 dormer on a 712 hip roof, so there's not much of a valley. There's a bit of a valley that forms at the tops here, and it kind of really messes things up, so it's going to be a lot of fun doing this roof. But anyways, I grabbed a measurement of 9 feet for the ridge, and then I had 3 foot 2 to the for the gable edge. So I can reverse engineer that math. I know it's a 612, so I go down 6 inches, I go over 12 inches, and I pop it over here, and then I know from my measurements it was 3 foot 2. So I have that. Do the same thing over here. Gotta go over 12 inches, pop it back to the bridge, wait for that purple line to show up, And there we go. I have all that figured out. So then I'm going to throw a line up here to my center point and move this up to here. Actually, I'll make a copy of this first. That way I don't have to redo it. So it was like 2 inches down from the ridge. It was kind of ridiculous. And it connected on the face here. And then formed this really shitty connection here on the roof line. So it's going to be super gay to shingle that. Not quite sure what I'm going to do about that yet. Don't feel like changing the whole thing. Not a lot of money in this one to mess around. So anyways, I got that one all figured out and do a line here because there's one on each side. And I can just actually just grab, something's wrong here. One of my lines is not connected, probably in here. Let's see what's going on. Okay, I know what happened. This plane got out of sync here. Okay, like that and that and that. Try again. There. Okay, just had to get it on the face. Okay, should be able to just copy this one, move it over there. Press my M for move. Now we'll go to the protractor and flip around here. Okay. The compass rather. And throw it up here. As close as we can get. So I grabbed all these measurements and then, or like my laborer grabbed all these measurements and then I was like, oh shucks darn, he never told me what the overhang was on the dormers. So another tool I use is the old Google Maps Street View, which is freaking awesome. And it's great because then if I forget to take a picture or whatever of the house, I can just bring her up on Google View and it looks like a 6-inch overhang. So easy enough. Drop in here with my tape, hook on here, 6 inches on the red axis, over here, 6 inches on the red axis, and on the green axis 6 inches. So now I can drop my lines. Drop them on the face. If I was smart, I would have done this first and then copied it over, but I am not always thinking of the best way to do it. So, but as you can see, as you like work with it longer and longer, you pick up a few things, and it's pretty quick. And what I really like about it is if I make a mistake or I forget a measurement, I can check all my other measurements against that measurement, and I can be a little more confident that as long as the geometry works out, I did my due diligence on that roof. A lot of you pros will be like, well, what does it matter? You could just guesstimate. Who gets upset about guesstimating? If you're a little over, a little under. I like being super accurate because I'm tired of homeowners seeing extra bundles on site and saying, hey, you're ripping me off, you're overcharging, and it's like, no, I'm not. I just have extra because I'm an idiot and can't do my takeoff quite well. But also that I don't want to have to go back to the store because the store is like half an hour away in my case. So it's kind of a one-shot deal for me where I am located. Anywho, so the power of this is not really self-explanatory yet, except that as soon as I need my quantities, I just go into entity info, and let's say for just the square footage, all I got to do is click on the surfaces, highlight all the surfaces. Up here I got my quantity, 1100 square feet. That's right to the T, right to the volume. It works the same with any of the lines in the program. So all I have to do is click on all my hips and ridges, and that will give me my linear footage, 128 linear feet for ridge. Same with starter. Just click all the places you would use starter. So it's pretty quick. I'm not going to do a California valley, so I'm not clicking the valleys. 172 linear feet for the starter. Even my step flashing. The last guys who did this roof never put any step flashing on, so oops. I can just pan around, grab my step flashing, 28 linear feet of that. So it really helps check your measurements if it's a more complicated roof. I mean, I know this roof's pretty simple still, but I've been on houses where there's been like, I don't know, like 30, 40 hips, and it's just ridiculous. And it's all chopped up, and there's so many valleys, and it's just all over the map. So this has really helped me, and hopefully it helps some of you young tech savvy guys to just like be more confident in your site measurements and being able to double check through geometry that you actually got the quantity just perfect. And you can do the whole house in that way, and you can check your siding quantities as well if you wanted. It's pretty quick to grab all those quantities off the siding, and I've even used this program to scale off pictures. I'll take a picture of a house, and then I can just scale off that picture, and I'm ready to go. So it definitely helps me. Hopefully it helps you. Thanks for watching.